Subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified about the highlights of India's smartest podcast, The Ranveer Show. This is TRS Clips. Point number 6. The lesser the porn, the better the sex. Because the sex that's shown in porn is violent, it's not natural, it's too fast, it's too almost sexist, man. That's not how the real version of sex is. Real sex is slow and romantic and subjective. It's based on the equation that the two people share. It's based on the two people's personalities. And porn is almost never a good representation of great sex. We promote a lot of nofap on this channel. Trust me, as a guy, nofap will improve your sex life heavily. Nofap means no masturbation. Especially if you're in a relationship, practice nofap. See it affect your sex life well. I know guys in college especially who used to have sex with their partners. They would not come during the act of sex. They would not orgasm during the act of sex. And they would eventually ask their partners to give them a hand job because they were that addicted to masturbation. That's not a very good scenario in a relationship, right? You're enjoying someone's hand more than you're enjoying their reproductive organs. And trust me, the kind of erections you get when you practice nofap are way stronger than erections when you're constantly jacking off every day. When you're watching porn just out of a habit and not watching porn for pleasure. Porn once in a while is okay. Porn addiction is terrible. I knew guys in college who would have sex and when they wanted to orgasm, rather than enjoying the partner's body, enjoying how the body was feeling on the penis, they would visualize themselves having sex with their partner from a third person perspective. As if they leave their body, kind of visualize, oh, this is how I'll be looking with my partner, and then ejaculate. Because they were that addicted to porn. And I know that's a lot of you, and don't worry, it's normal. As you grow up, you can come out of it. Just leave your porn frequency, leave it behind, let go watching that much porn, you'll be okay. Try practicing nofap. It improves your sex life heavily, right? The reason we're doing this video is like a big brother just giving younger brothers advice. And if there's any women watching it till this point, thank you. Share it with your friends, I guess. But this is for everybody, not just men or women or people of the LGBTQ community. This is for the human race because I feel like conversations about sex need to be more normalized. Which brings me to the next point. Something else that normalized in the modern day is porn. That's why the next point is called erotica over porn. If you are to watch porn once in a while, preferably try watching erotica, which is porn for women. You'll actually learn, as a guy, you learn what sex is from a fantasizing perspective for a woman. Why is there porn for women in the first place? Watch it and understand for yourself. What's the difference between normal porn, which is violent, where people are screaming, where it's like going crazy, the speed is intense, versus erotica, where it's slower, where the partners explore each other's bodies, where it's more gentle, it's more aesthetic, the porn looks hygienic. Learn from erotica. You can use some of those tricks in the bedroom because that's realistic sex. If you have to watch porn, I'd still say avoid it. Because I think by this point, all of us have watched porn at least a few times in our lives, right? That's just the nature of our times. When you kind of move your mind away from porn entirely, you start appreciating real sex more. Why did we even begin watching porn when we were teenagers? Because of the mystery attached to sex. Then eventually it became an addiction somewhere. But you've watched enough porn, you've masturbated enough to it. By this point, get into the real thing. You don't need to keep putting sex on a pedestal. It's just a part of life. Point number 8. Perfumes and the environment. As a grown man, one of the great gifts of being a grown man is that you're earning money. So you get to spend on the way you dress, on the way you groom yourself, on the way you smell. If you get into perfumes, colognes in a deep way, you'll see that it actually affects your mood because it changes your perception of things. In the same way that if I change the music now, right, makes you look at this video in a certain way. How about now? Makes you view it in a certain way, right? Perfumes do the same thing for your mind. Invest in perfumes, invest in candles which you can use in your bedroom. Keep your bedroom hygienic, keep the environment nice, romantic, hygienic. Use flowers. Smells are important, hygiene is important, the vibe is important. Get into candles. It's one of those grown man things I've discovered recently in my life. It's incredible. I started using them for yoga, but I just light a candle in my room all the time now. I'm not having sex all the time. I'm just really into candles. Just saying. But candles are incredible. Perfumes are incredible. You'd be surprised at how beautiful an effect perfumes and candles have on your sex life. Ensure you spray some cologne on yourself before sex. Ensure you spray some on your bed. It's a slightly alternative trick. Works like magic. It'll make your partner feel like she's a queen or he's a king. Just ensure you're kind of presenting the best possible environment for your partner. Environments matter.